Hello and welcome back to DCTV4US. I want to welcome back the people who were with me before and our new guests. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight I want to discuss with you something that's near and dear to my heart. Preventing the misuse of firearms in America. The way it is now, the way it was, and quite frankly the way it should be now. Well, I want to start off by just giving you a scenario. You have 20 people in a room, and you can split up, whether it's male, female, half of both, on each side, it doesn't matter. And this will work for even a mix of socioeconomic groups, any demographic that you want to apply to it. This scenario will work the same. So you can have anywhere from, say, a first grader to a senior citizen and everything in between in this mix of 20 people. But you put them all in a room and you give one person a gun. Well, what's going to happen? We all know that power is absolutely corrupt. But absolute power corrupts absolutely. So in that scenario, the person you give the gun to will either keep the gun and control the whole room, or someone will try to overthrow him, maybe at the cost of a few lives, much like the people who are led into